Imagine walking into a room full of people who seem more confident, more successful, and more comfortable than you. You suddenly become aware of everything. How you're standing, how you're speaking, what your hands are doing. And then that quiet voice in your head starts asking, do I look nervous? What if they judge me? What if I say something stupid? So you stay quiet. You overthink every sentence, and later you replay the entire conversation in your head. But here's what most people don't understand. Confidence is not something you either have or don't have. Confidence is a skill your brain can learn. And today, I'm going to show you 3 simple psychology tricks that can help you build it. The first one changes where you put your attention. The second changes the way you see yourself. And the third can help you become more confident even when you're still afraid. The first trick is to stop asking, what do they think about me? This question seems harmless, but it can quietly destroy your confidence. When you're constantly thinking about how other people are judging you, your attention turns inward. Instead of listening to the person in front of you, you start monitoring yourself. Was that answer weird? Did I sound stupid? Why did I say that? You're no longer participating in the moment. You're watching yourself from the outside. And the more you monitor yourself, the more uncomfortable you become. So next time you're talking to someone, try a different question. What can I learn about this person? Become curious. Listen carefully. Ask questions. Pay attention to what they're saying instead of constantly analyzing yourself. This simple shift takes pressure away from you. You don't have to impress everyone. You don't have to prove anything. You simply have to be present. And strangely enough, when you stop trying so hard to look confident, you often start appearing more confident naturally. The second trick is one of the most powerful. Keep small promises to yourself. Most people think confidence comes from positive thinking. They tell themselves, I'm confident, I'm powerful, I can do anything. But deep down, your brain doesn't believe words without evidence. Real confidence comes from proof. Every time you make a promise to yourself and keep it, your brain receives a powerful message, I can trust myself. Think about what happens when you constantly break your own promises. You say, I'll wake up early, but you keep hitting snooze. You say, I'll study for an hour, but you spend that time scrolling. You say, I'll stop wasting so much time on my phone, but you keep checking it every few minutes. Nothing dramatic happens, but slowly, you stop trusting yourself. That weakens your confidence. The solution isn't to make massive promises. Start ridiculously small. Tell yourself, I'll read for 10 minutes, and do it. I'll exercise for 5 minutes, and do it. I'll put my phone away for 30 minutes, and actually do it. Every promise you keep becomes evidence that you can depend on yourself. And when your brain collects enough evidence, your identity begins to change. You stop thinking, I'm someone who always gives up, and start thinking, I'm someone who does what I say. That is real confidence. Now comes the third trick, and this one is where most people get stuck. Act before you feel ready. Many people believe confidence comes first and action comes second. They think, once I feel confident, I'll talk to people. Once I stop being nervous, I'll start my business. Once I believe in myself, I'll finally chase my goals. But what if the order is actually reversed? What if action creates confidence? Imagine someone who is afraid of public speaking. They wait until they feel confident before speaking, but they never feel confident because they never practice. So they avoid speaking, which gives them even less experience, which makes the fear even stronger. It becomes a cycle. Fear creates avoidance. Avoidance creates less experience, and less experience creates more fear. The way out is not to eliminate fear first. The way out is to take one small action while the fear is still there. If speaking scares you, start with one sentence. If meeting new people scares you, start with one conversation. If sharing your work scares you, share something small. You don't need to become fearless overnight. You simply need to teach your brain that discomfort is survivable. Every time you act despite fear, your brain gets new evidence. I did it. Nothing terrible happened. I can handle this. And after enough experiences, something changes. The thing that once terrified you starts becoming normal. And this is the part about confidence that nobody tells you. The confidence does not mean you never feel nervous. A confident person can still have doubts. They can still feel uncomfortable. Their heart can still beat faster before an important conversation. The difference is that they don't automatically obey those feelings. They feel the fear, but they move anyway. They hear the voice saying, "You might fail," and they take the step anyway. They hear, "People might judge you," and they speak anyway. Confidence isn't the absence of fear. Confidence is learning that fear doesn't control your decisions. So remember these 3 psychology tricks. First, stop obsessing over what people think about you and move your attention toward the world around you. Second, keep small promises to yourself and build evidence that you can trust yourself. And third, take action before you feel completely ready, because confidence often comes after the action, not before it. Don't try to transform your entire personality tomorrow. Start with one small promise. Keep it. Have one conversation you normally avoid. Take one action that makes you slightly uncomfortable. Then repeat it. Because confidence isn't something you suddenly wake up with one morning. It is built quietly, through hundreds of small moments when you choose to trust yourself instead of running from discomfort. And one day, you'll look back and realize something powerful. You didn't become confident because the fear disappeared. You became confident because you stopped letting the fear decide who you could become.